Hey guys, it's Raven Scry coming to you this morning from the top of this cliff with a beautiful view. The tide's out. It's just very peaceful up here, and certainly what I'm needing at the moment. I haven't done a video for a few days, but in that few days, so much has been going on. A few days ago in Melbourne, I was in Melbourne, and suddenly that we just had huge storms and everything was out. Like, all the trees were all over the roads. There was thick hail. All the power lines were down. Cars were smashed. Like, power's out, phones out, like just everything. So, I kind of was driving through that storm out to where I am, which is kind of out in the ocean area, edges of Melbourne, and just seeing more and more trees all over the roads, and towers collapsed and all sorts of stuff, and really just a long journey home. But then of course no power, and since then I haven't had any power, and no internet either. Very patchy, tiny bits of phone, and weirdly enough I was on the edge of my petrol as well, having to fill up, and normally I've always got a full tank and I'm pretty good with that, but this time I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. And then woke up and everywhere was, none of the petrol stations had power, and they were all shut down, and you couldn't pay either. So it was like, the level of, there was no petrol, and I had no petrol, and I couldn't try to go to another town because it was too far. So I was kind of stuck. And so it's just been one thing after the next, and just really challenging at this time, because I've got a lot of things that I have to get done for just multiple different things that I'm kind of involved with at the moment, and everything seems to be pointing to this moment and this busy time, and everything seems to be kind of coming into it within a stressful level of blockage of all of these elements. But it's just really got me thinking of these systems as they fall apart, as they crumble, as the earth starts to shake us up a little. Like, they are very fragile, and even in the shops, people have started buying up everything, the whole toilet paper, buying up the toilet paper. It's like, oh no, the end of the world, it's this kind of vibe again. And I feel as though Spirit's kind of reminding me of this vibe again, and being like, hey, like, this is still here. Because we all, so many of us kind of feel this, this system's crumbling, it's falling apart, and that's very clear. But then when you kind of come face to face with it, and everything gets cut off in your face and is not flowing, and normal structures that are normally there are just out of order, it makes you think, oh, okay, perhaps being more prepared in these times would be good. And I did have a van that was fully solar operated, rigged, and so I was fully off grid. But then I went and sold it recently, so I'm in a car. So it's just, there's a lot of thoughts going on for me, and I just wanted to reflect and share them with you guys, because I know a lot of you understand and believe we are going into intense, important times. But in saying that, through all of this of what's been going on, there's been amazing synchronicities and symbols and healing and people and connections, and there's been so much going on in it in so many beautiful ways. But it just seems to be piling on, layer upon layer upon layer. And for me, it's like, can you hold it together in all of the stress zone, of having to do normal functioning day-to-day things, and make your dinner or even have a cuppa, and make sure, you've got enough light to be able to see where you're going, and you've got petrol, and all of these things. And, I'm quite disconnected from people at the moment, so I'm just kind of doing this on my own. So I feel like it's a bit of an initiation time for me to, really step out into the world, because I can't be just hanging around my house. That's, I've kind of been pushed out of my house. There's no power, nothing's functioning or working, so I have to kind of get out into the world. And so it's a big time, and it's a powerful time, and I just wanted to share and connect excuse me, with you guys, and just let you know where I'm at and what's been going on. And yeah, I hope that if there's other Australian people or Victorian people out there, please let me know how you're going. Are you still out of power? And where are you? Where are you located? I'd like to know. And the other thing too, that I did notice, I did a reading last year, which was talking about fires in the fires in the Mallee region, which the Mallee region of Victoria, and that was about a year ago. Spirit was talking about that, and I'm like, oh, okay, kind of share that with you guys, and haven't thought a lot about it. But then the other day, what's come up is like evacuating Mallee region, and there's been all these fires in that area. So it very much points to a reference point of time as well. I feel like this time is so powerful and important, and everything that's shifting and moving in these different ways, even through chaotic storms and fires. It's like, if you're being asked to step up and step forward into, what you are, who you are, what you've got for the world, you really should do that, because it's the time. And this just feels like a really strong message of that, and I'm having to live it and go through it my own self, step by step, as an evolving human, and so I'm sure are many of you. So I just wanted to reach out and kind of share and encourage you if you're struggling. Too, if there's chaos going on in your world, it's not more than you can handle. All these things have been put there for a good reason. So I speak to myself, but I speak to you as well. And I'm going to go off into this day and flow into the world and do many, many tasks. And I'm interested to see the energy flow of the day. I can hear the sky, kind of the winds howling in the distance. So it's a powerful vibe up here on this cliff, but I'm just about to leave it and head into the big smoke. So wish me luck, guys. I'm sending you all many blessings, and I'm going to be back soon with some more videos. And we're also, there's some good action going on in the crypto front, which is beautiful to see. I feel like, again, it's paralleling with all these other elements of change. So it's interesting and reflective. All right, guys, sending you all love, and I'll see you soon. Raven Scry signing off.